When I bought the bus, I was in a pretty dark place, so I kind of ended up just putting all my love and energy into the bus build. Through all the work came something that was this like beautiful piece of art. For cost, like this bus was really reasonable. All right, welcome to the top deck. I just wanted a storage space in the back and then like a little patio up front to chill. This and the deck were like the two biggest modifications that I did that I'm probably most happy with. All right, now I'm gonna show you my favorite part of the rig. Hey, my name's Tali and this is my bus, Bodhi. So I grew up on Vancouver Island on the west coast of British Columbia in the temperate rainforest. The main idea behind the bus is to create like a space for myself, but then also have the freedom to travel. So I originally found this rig on Craigslist. Got it for $2,200 off a guy in Vancouver. Seemed like it ran great, and it was just like pretty much all gutted. It had like a couple seats left, so I took those out and just started from scratch. Start to finish, yeah, it took me roughly 5 months of basically working every single day, and I tried to like incorporate as many natural features and upcycle and recycle materials as I could. For cost, like this bus was really reasonable. Like I went pretty simple. Basically it was just like a lot of hours. I got all the wood for free. I basically traded my artwork for wood and supplies when I could with people, like a bartering system. And so I think the whole thing probably is like around $5,000. When I bought the bus, I was in a pretty dark place. I felt really trapped and stuck and just not happy with my career. Just was not loving myself enough. I went through like a really hard breakup with my partner who I bought the bus with, so I kind of ended up just putting all my love and energy into the bus build, which is like a really beautiful way to like keep myself busy and just use my creativity and also have this like beautiful dream of the future of traveling. It was a hard place, but like I feel like through all the work came something that was this like beautiful piece of art that I could just like enjoy and feel comfortable in and be able to share with other people. I'm an artist and musician, and I find working with my hands is like the best therapy. I worked through so much of my pain and suffering and stuff as I built this, and it's just like it's a living space, so it's like it's everything to you. Like it's like your nest, it's your home. It's probably the most important thing you can put all your love and energy into. I think a lot of people can relate, like when you finish this project, like your bus feels like your best friend. It's got like its own spirit, its own soul. It's really helped my mental health for sure. All right, so welcome to the outside of Bodhi. It's a 1990 Chevy Van 30 Thomas school bus. I think like 7.5 feet wide, about 16 feet long. I think the top railing is about 12 feet. And I take that down when I'm driving, obviously. I wanted sort of like an outdoor art space where I could kind of add little pieces of nature that I found on the road. So it's kind of like a living wall that's constantly shifting with the different environments that I'm traveling through. I added the chalkboard in the back, which I thought would be a fun way to kind of interact and connect with people when I'm traveling. I can just write a different message on the back and kind of connect with like a whole bunch of people on the highways and when I'm parked. For water, I've got gravity feed. I've got 4-inch PVCs on top, so it feeds down to the tap. And then I just added this shower pipe on the side, so I can have a gravity feed set shower on the side in the desert too, which will be nice. It works pretty well. I mean, I don't have a lot of water up there, so it's more just like quick little rinse, but yeah. No, it's like in the desert, I mean, that's like the most important thing when you're far away from water, so it's so good to have the fresh water in it. All right, let's head up to the top deck. All right, welcome to the top deck. I just wanted a storage space in the back and then like a little patio up front to chill. What's stored in here, this is, so I've got like short boards, got like 3 surfboards in there, I got propane, a bunch of tools, just all the bigger, bulkier stuff I couldn't fit underneath, so. I guess I kind of designed it because I wanted it to kind of like flow with the wind a bit. I can sit here too and have like a bit of a backrest, which is nice. And I definitely need a storage space, and it's like kind of the only spot left where I could add the storage, so. I just wanted to showcase the old growth in Canada. Like this is the darker parts of old growth, and then this is the lighter trees. So when you go to the mill, you get like all the different colors. You get reds, blondes, dark browns, and so that'd be cool to create kind of like an art piece around like just highlighting the different colors. So these are actually the natural curves here. And then I took a jigsaw and cut the darker one to fit perfectly. For the engine, I got like a 5.7 liter, so I got lots of power, and it's been nice on the road. Like if anything happens, it's just a super easy engine to work on. I can always find a mechanic that's pretty close by that's happy to work on it. So far so good, it's been running really well. All right, let's head inside. All right, welcome inside Bodhi. I'm just gonna give a little tour of some of the features, starting in the front here. I was really happy with the window. I decided to do this last minute before I left on this trip, so I cut a hole in the front of the bus and put some plexiglass up there. And the idea is to have a little garden up there as I'm traveling, get some herbs going, get some plants eventually, maybe some cactus. So yeah, it's nice. It lets a lot more light in than before too, which is nice. Coming down to the floor here, decided to do like a nice like river rock. Just thought it'd be like a nice unique natural feature. Definitely recommend doing small areas. It's just a lot of weight. I wasn't too concerned with weight because I don't really have too much in the bus right now. And I always think that like creativity kind of outweighs just other weight problems and stuff. If you really want to go for it, it just gives it a nice natural look. I'll probably finish it off with some grout eventually. And then I've kind of got like a little altar here where I just kind of collect stones and feathers and just different cool things I found on the beach. All right, let's check out the little reading nook here. I got a little library, kind of like incorporate into this space so you can kind of sit down and read a book and get cozy. Created a lamp here with fairy lights inside it. I just added a few crystals and shells and stuff out of cholla wood. So this is built out of an elk shed that I found when I was tree planting up in British Columbia. So it's nice to finally have a spot to put it. Got some flutes actually just this past winter, so it's been fun to like carry these around out in the desert. This is like my kitchen space here, which I designed basically just as simple and just open as I can. It's just nice having this extra counter space with the Suburban 2-burner here. It's just I love cooking on gas, so super efficient. Then I got a maple sink over here, which I cut a hole in the bottom. It adds a nice live edge and it's pretty unique. And then I've got these manzanita handles that I harvested in Canada. I found those on a bluff near a lake where I grew up. And then I've got lots of storage under here. Yeah, it's kind of like a pantry, and then I've got spices on this side. It's just a nice, simple 12-volt Dometic fridge, and I got the 10-liter Berkey, which is super nice. I can filter pretty much any water I find in rivers and lakes. In the back of the bus now, I designed this little pantry to try to make use of just like the wasted space inside the wall here. So it worked perfect. It fits the large mason jars lids that screw into the top there. It's just a nice space to put a little latch on there to keep it from jiggling around. So with the bed, I decided on a jackknife design. When I'm by myself, I usually just sleep on the couch, but if I want to, I can pop it onto a double-sized bed as well. And then all the cushions from all the couches kind of fit together to make a double-sized bed, which works really nice. I've got like a storage area down here for my clothes. And then this is actually the wheel well here, but I've got space above the wheel well for like a pantry. I've got a whole bunch of extra food stored under there, and I can access it from a little door on this side if I need to. So yeah, I just really wanted to make use of every single inch of space just because there's not a lot of storage space in here. And I kind of built the bus as a hosting space. That was the idea behind the whole thing. It's just like I was in a really kind of lonely place when I built it. I just wanted to create a space where people can kind of like come and check it out and hop in. And I've got the 2 doors so people can kind of like walk in one way and flow out the other way. So yeah, I've had like 10-12 people in here before, hanging out, lounging, having some tea, so it's worked really well for that. For the top storage spaces here, these are actually one of the first things I built because I kind of worked my way from the top to the bottom. And I had these nice long pieces of live edge, which I got at the mill. These are offcuts after they cut all the dimensional pieces, so it's basically just garbage. So I'd always look for the pieces that have like the funkiest curves. And then the curves kind of ended up being the flow for the whole bus, the whole design. I kind of just went with it and kind of kept adding those to everything. So yeah, it's just a nice space for storage, but then also it's just like a nice place to tuck the lights away so you can't really see them. So for the roof panels, I actually got like 6-inch by 1-inch pieces of cedar from the mill that were just offcuts, and then I milled them down in half and then half again, so I got 4 times the wood. So that decided the dimensions for all the slat pieces. The dark pieces are old growth cedar and the light pieces are just younger growth cedar, so I kind of just try to like switch them up, and they definitely faded over time, but they still look pretty good. Alright, now I'm going to show you my favorite part of the rig. Alright, yeah, so here's the crystal table. It's definitely the heart of the bus. Definitely put the most time into it. This and the deck were like the two biggest modifications that I did that I'm probably most happy with. Like I just really wanted to create like a unique piece out of a cedar burl that I found at my friend's place that he gave me. Dug all the rod out over the period of like a few days, and then just added all these like crystals and things I've been collecting all over the world to try to like make it like a time capsule inside. This whole table is actually orgonite, and it was a German scientist, William Reich, that discovered that if you suspend metal and crystals in epoxy, it creates like an energy cleansing system. So I just really wanted to sort of like attract the people that I wanted to hang out with and repel the people I didn't want to hang out with during the trip, and it's like definitely been working pretty well. I sat down when I first poured the epoxy with my mom and did like a nice meditation as I put all the crystals in there and like let it settle. Yeah, and it's just been just a really nice feature. I put lights inside to give it a bit of energy and fire. And then the final step was to add phosphorescent powder inside it, so the lights charge that up and the sun charges it up in the daytime, and it glows all night long. So really the end goal is to try to create like a West Coast tidal pool that I could kind of bring with me wherever I traveled, and just like a nice space where I can just have a cup of tea or a meal and just know that that's kind of like charging up as I'm eating as well. So yeah, it was a fun project. I feel like in every way the bus sort of like offered me a way out of the trap of society, which I kind of felt like I had to sort of like play along with. We were never meant to settle. We were meant to keep moving and sharing energy and creating music and art, and it's given me the freedom to really combine all of my favorite things: travel, art, music, and community, which has been awesome.
Well, I beat a dusty trail everywhere I go. The only consolation is that I'm never far from home. Wheels keep on spinning and engines never blow. Been traveling for a long time. I've been carrying a heavy load. Your body is a t-shirt, your mind is a hat. Your worries are in the knapsack, it's hanging from the back. Wearing them for a long time, went heavy on the tracks. So come on home, take it off, and leave them all on the rack. 'Cause you are love, you are fire, you are everything your heart desires. You are light, always burning bright.